It's time to predict the round of 16 at Euro 2024 in Germany. If you're all going to enjoy the video, smash like button and subscribe as always, and be sure to let me know your predictions for every single game in the comments, of course, and join in the fun on the prediction league as well. Right then, we've got 8 games to predict. Let's go. As always, we're planning on doing live watch-alongs for all of them, and be sure to join us live and share our thoughts and share your thoughts as well in the live chat on the game as it's going on. Don't want to miss it. We'll begin with Switzerland versus Italy. Of course, the holders, Italy, against Switzerland, who survived Group A unbeaten and just narrowly dropped points against Germany, making them finish second. Of course, Italy also comes second in their group after a late equaliser against Croatia. Otherwise, of course, it would have been Switzerland-Croatia in this game, but it's not. So we're not going to do futs and maybes. In this game, I think it'll be a great watch. I'm just going to go Switzerland to win it. I'm not convinced by Italy. I think Donnarumma's, carrying them a lot for this tournament. The saves he was making against Spain, it could have been a lot more if it wasn't for Donnarumma. Honestly, I think he's great. And against Croatia as well, he put up a big few saves to keep them in the game, ultimately doing as much as he can. And then, of course, one moment of quality from Italy going forward. But that moment of quality going forward isn't there enough. I think Switzerland are more of a complete team, and they're very exciting. So I've gone Switzerland 2, Italy 1. Germany versus Denmark next. Of course, both sides up to this point in the tournament are unbeaten. Denmark, of course, in Group C, coming second in the end. Incredible how they worked it out for Slovenia and Denmark to be separated. I'm pretty sure that goal score was the same, points were the same, goal difference as well. Head-to-head record, of course, was a draw. Goals conceded, yellow cards as well was equal. I'm pretty sure, from what I've read, they had to go through to qualifying points to separate them. That was the same. So they had to go for their head-to-head between the two sides in their history or something like that, which is incredible how it's come down to all them things. But Denmark it is to play the hosts Germany, the 3 times winners. And I think Germany were really strong in the group stage. And I think they win here comfortably. Denmark, they're exciting, a bit disappointed in the last group game against Serbia. I think against England, they played some good stuff. But up top, it's just not quite clicking for them to get the goals. Only 2 goals in the group stage. In this game, I'm going to say Germany get through and win 2-0. Moving on to a very exciting tie. It's England taking on Slovakia. England, undefeated to this stage. 1 win, 2 draws. Not great football they're playing. I think it's got worse as the group stage has got on, if I'm honest. They lacking opportunities, and I think Southgate now has to change things up. Honestly, I don't see why he wouldn't go for a back 3. I feel like defensively they're solid, and then Trent's able to get back into that side if they've got Walker at centre-back. Trent's able to go on the right midfield role, and then Foden can come a bit more central, and I do think they have to go for a 5-3-2 and play 2 up top. Watkins has to be in that team with Tony at least. Alongside Kane, because Kane's loving to drift wide and deep. He's being like a number 10 almost. He's loving to pick the ball up, have a player pass, lay it off, and then make his run forward. But against Slovenia, who's making loads of runs wide of the box and getting the ball into the danger area. But of course, it's Kane you want in that area of the box to make the runs, the striker runs, if you will, across the face of goal to get that contact and shot on goal. And I think someone like Watkins, with that instinct to get in the box, great penalty box striker, I think he'd score quite a lot in the group stage if he was playing. So I think Southgate has to change it up, bring Foden centrally. A lot of people calling for it. And I honestly think it wouldn't be so bad if he's not going to do it, but I wouldn't think it's so bad to drop Bellingham. I think Rice has been good. I've put another CDM with him, maybe Mainu. Of course, it's quite a controversial call, but that's just my opinion at the moment. And bring Gordon on the left-hand side. Anyway, I'm not too sure. I'm not English, of course. Against Slovakia, a great side, very strong. Of course, qualified, 3rd place out of their group. 1 win, 1 draw. It's a very tough group as well to get through, but they did in the end. And they've got quite a decent team. After the 90, I think this one ends 1-1, making it go to extra time. I think England will just have enough to get through. I think it'll be a moment of magic, maybe a free kick from the likes of Trent, maybe or Foden. But I do think England just sneak through. I wouldn't be completely surprised to be Slovakia win this one, if I'm honest. It does give the same sort of vibes that Iceland did in Euro 2016. So this is a game to look out for. I could definitely see an upset happening. I'm just going to go with England to get the win here. Spain versus Georgia next up. Interesting game. Great to see Georgia get through, of course. Spain, of course. undefeated in the group stage. Every game was a win and no goals conceded yet at the Euros. They made 10 changes last time, and I expect them to go back to the team they played against Croatia and Italy, of course, in this one. Back to full strength, maybe a few tweaks to the side because Georgia, let's be honest, not the strongest side, but it'd be great to see an upset happen here. And against Portugal, really, really good in that one. But for me, I think Spain get the job done here. I think Spain win 3-0. I'd love to see Georgia win, but for me, Spain are looking so strong at the moment. Maybe I think they can go all the way. It's a tough side of the bracket they're on. We'll talk about it at the end of the video after I announce every team I reckon will go through and what it would look like in the quarterfinals, of course. But at the moment, I've gone Spain to win here against Georgia, 3-0, hoping Georgia can prove me wrong in this one. France versus Belgium is going to be a great game. I'm really excited for this one. France haven't scored a goal from open play this tournament. We only scored 2. One was an own goal from Woba in the opening game against Austria and Kylian Mbappe from the spot. Disappointing group stage, but they've got through, unbeaten, which is the key thing. Same record as England as well, but I feel like the difference with France is that they have winners everywhere, even in the dugout. You know, look at England, there's Southgate, you know, there's Man City players in that have won stuff every season recently. But apart from that, you know, no one else is really winners in that squad. You look at France and you're basically looking at every position as basically a winner or someone that's playing at a very high standard. Now, at England, of course, you've got like some Mark Geehee, Pickford probably playing at the lowest level. I'm not saying they're bad at all. I just think the difference, a lot of people are comparing them to, I think there's an obvious difference, in my opinion, between the two squads, and the dugout as well is a huge area where it's different. As for Belgium, really disappointed by them. They've made out the group in second place somehow, along with France, who made out second place in their group, of course. In this one, it'd be a tricky game. I can't see many goals. I'm just going 1-0 France in this one. Close game, 1-0 France. Portugal versus Slovenia. It's an interesting one. Slovenia, their first Euros in 24 years, their second ever Euros, playing against Portugal here, who just lost 2-0 to Georgia in the final group game. Yes, they made a few changes, which, of course, when you make changes for the last game, players who haven't played the other two group games likely to play, and that was the case for quite a few positions, and wasn't quite, you know, everyone knew their roles. That the players that come in, of course, the first goal was a mistake at the back, and they were able to capitalise on the opportunity. And Ronaldo, of course, hasn't scored this tournament. He had a chance, of course, against Turkey, but he ended up sweating it. Anyway, enough about them. On to Slovenia. Looking forward to them. Defensively, they've been good this tournament, of course. A clean sheet against England. Conceded 1 against Denmark and conceded 1, of course, against Serbia. So in this one, it's going to be a close game, I think. Yet again, I'm just going to go Portugal 1-0. I feel like they'll just have a bit too much, and they'll dominate the ball here, just like England did against Slovenia. Slovenia could have been undone in that game. Quite a lot of chances England missed, but I think Portugal have that bit more quality in this one, and I win 1-0 here. I'd love to see Slovenia win, by the way, but I'm just going to go with Portugal. Romania versus the Netherlands next up. This is going to be a great game. Netherlands, I'm not convinced. The game against France, I thought they were going to, carry on that standard, but Austria just come and walked all over them, really. I was really disappointed in that one. Romania, a side really to look out for. And in this one, I'd love to go for the favourites, but I'm going to go Romania. I think Romania will win this one 2-1 and shock everyone. By the way, I love the Netherlands fans. They're creating such a great atmosphere out in Germany. I don't think Ronald Koeman's the man, though. I'd love to say you're going to win this one, but I do think Romania will just about win it 2-1. Final group game to predict then is Austria versus Turkey. Very exciting, of course. Both sides with the exact same records in their group stage, of course. 2 wins, 1 defeat each, of course. But for Turkey, there's something missing for me. It was a good group campaign for them on the whole, but I do think there's just a part of that puzzle missing for them. And I think for that reason, Ralf Rangnick and Austria, they just look really complete at the moment. You know, there's Ragnick's not afraid to, you know, switch it up in certain positions, rotate as well. Of course, after the first game, I think it was Danso and Woba started at the back, and then Leonhardt's come in at the back. And as well as Porsche right back, of course, after the second game. So they've got rotation in there, got a great bunch of players. You can see how much it means. I think it was after Sabitzer scored against, was it Poland or was it Netherlands? He went straight over to Ragnick and celebrated. You know how close-knit that squad is. Against Turkey, as I say, I feel like there's a piece missing out of that puzzle. It'll be a great game. Austria to win 3-1, which if this was all to happen, which it probably won't, I'm not gonna get all of these right. if this was to happen, it would mean the quarterfinals would look like this. We'd have Switzerland playing England. Great game, because honestly, I think Switzerland, with the momentum they have at the moment, could definitely do England, who not looking convinced at the moment. England need a convincing performance. Germany would play Spain at a quarter-final. That side of the bracket is incredible. And on the same side, of course, they've got France, who would play Portugal. Incredible. If this was to happen, I really hope it does, because that would be awesome. Over to the other side, of course, we'd have, as we just said, Switzerland, England, Austria versus Romania as well for the quarterfinal. So it's very exciting. I really do hope this happens. But otherwise, of course, we could have like the likes of Slovakia, Slovenia, Netherlands or Turkey, Italy, Georgia, Denmark or Belgium, of course, make it through. But they are my predictions. Be sure to let me know yours in the comment section down below. Really intrigued to know. Of course, we're live for a lot of these games as well. I'm trying to do every single one now to the end. And be sure to join us for the live watch-alongs. Also, and join in the fun in the prediction league by commenting your predictions in the comment section down below. I'll leave all the games in the description to copy and paste and put your scores in, of course. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, drop a like and subscribe as always. And I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.